Let's turn our Bible to the book of Isaiah 61 from verse 1. He said, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good tidings to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives and opening of prison to those who are bound." So our emphasis is to heal the brokenhearted. So because a lot of people don't understand what it means to experience a broken heart and to experience healing from it. So not knowing that, we live in a world of chaos, and we know if you have a wounded bone, you know who to meet. If you have a wounded body, you know who to meet. You know a doctor. If you have a broken tooth, we all know who to meet. But what of a broken heart? If the person sitting close to you now has an injury close to their arms and you hit them, you see their reaction, isn't it? Yeah, if you strike that person now, will the person say, what a nice, huh? What will you do if somebody hits you where you are injured? Maybe you smite the person. Genesis 45 showed us one healed person. We're talking about Joseph, and I think in one of the places in Genesis, his brother Judah, when they first met Joseph, they never knew it was him. The Bible says Joseph knew this was his brother, but they never knew it was Joseph. And when Joseph was speaking harshly to them, Judah said, "This curse is upon us because of what we have done to our brother." He said, "For when he cried in sorrow, in anguish, we did not take note of his pain." When he cried in what? Anguish, sorrow and pain. He said, we did not care. So that young boy that went into the pit, sold by his brothers, is already a broken-hearted person. Many of us have been offended by our brothers, families, friends, but we don't know that we are not healed. There's anguish in our spirit. Our spirit is broken, is wounded. And there's no amount of advice somebody's telling you, say, forgive, that will make you forgive. Our topic today is the cure. 42 verse 21. He said to one another, "We are truly guilty concerning our brother, for we saw the anguish of his soul when he pleaded with us." What did we see? I'm not hearing you. He said, we saw the anguish of his soul when he pleaded with us. I would not hear, would not listen. How many people are you living around now for you to know that there is anguish in their soul? Everybody's wearing clothes. Everybody's doing makeup. Everybody's doing their hair, and everybody buy new clothes. But how many people can you look at and notice the anguish in their soul? Because, sorry to tell you, many people you are married with are wounded. Many people you are in a relationship with are wounded. So you will face the backlash. Because we saw the anguish of his soul. You know, this thing was done to this young man when he was like 17. Joseph was like 17 when his father was taking care of him, bought him new clothes, made him special among other children, and his brothers were envious of him. And imagine that kind of daddy's boy, the pets in the house, began to experience such wickedness from his own blood brother. You know, just imagine you discover it's your brother that is killing you. Just imagine you just discover all the problem you have been going through is your uncle or is your mother. Definitely there will be anguish of soul. And you know, in our generation, many people go online and say, you see somebody old enough, he will say, 30 years ago, this person did this thing to me. How did they grow up? Yet the pain is still there. They've gone everywhere. They've tried therapy. It didn't work. They pretended to be Christian. It did not work. They pretended to enter into a new relationship. It did not work. They tried everything they could. It didn't work. It's later, after many years in life, they begin to cry. And you hear somebody say, my father abused me. My uncle raped me. Yet, even going outside there, thinking they are trying to heal by saying their story, it does not heal. Believe me, 99% of human beings are wounded. But they don't know. You are working in the office with a wounded person. You are married to a wounded person, living with a wounded person, and you are not seeing the anguish of their soul. The what? The what? The what? The cure.